Namaste everyone. I have a question here. How do you keep your integrity in daily life when you have a close family member who is very short tempered and loses his temper for nothing at all? So I will respond to this question. In order for you to keep your integrity or your sanity, because you have a family member who is very short tempered, we have to look at two areas. One is how you deal with this person and hence the situation, and the second is dealing with your reactions. So, the first topic, which is dealing with the situation, I will focus on the person. Let's call the person X. It's a he or a she, I don't know. There are many reasons why the person may be angry or short tempered. First reason is that the person is habitually angry. It's a pattern the person has picked up either by watching his parents or other people, and it's a default pattern that he has. He just gets angry. In such a case, you who was dealing with the situation realize that there is nothing much that you need to do because it doesn't have anything to do with you, the anger. And therefore, in terms of how you deal with the situation, you consider that what is external, may I keep it as external. And that's what's said in the 6th chapter Gita. So the external has to be kept external, do not internalize it. The second reason why the person may be angry or always getting angry is that you might be doing something that is annoying. And if that is the case, then you can just be objective about it and see indeed if there is something that you are doing to contribute to the situation, then perhaps you can reduce doing what you're doing, or you can stop doing what you're doing. But for all of this, you need to be very objective. The third reason why the person may be angry and hence how you can possibly deal with the situation is that the person doesn't know how to express emotion. Generally, we have found that people who are angry are not very good at expressing other emotions, but they are very good at expressing their anger. And underlying every expression of emotion, there are some needs and values that have to be discerned. So, the reason why the person is getting angry is because perhaps the person feels helpless about something and wants the situation to be different. In such a case, what you can possibly do is to ask the person, what is it that you'd like me to do? How can I help? What can make you feel comfortable? Etc. etc. The fourth reason is really that the person is angry about a particular situation and is just venting, is just expressing the anger, and it's got nothing to do with you, and you can just listen to the person's tirade because the person will feel very understood because you have listened to the person's tirade. And the fifth reason why the person may be angry and hence how you can possibly deal with it is displacement, which means that maybe the person is angry with the boss but cannot really express that anger openly to the boss, and hence uh, expresses anger to somebody else. So, in other words, displaces that anger which is directed towards the boss towards another person. And again, in such a case, it would be helpful both to that person and to you to be able to tell the person that you feel hurt and upset when the person keeps getting angry, and you wish you can help or you can do something that will ease the situation, and you can request for what you want. Okay, this is the critical point I want to make, that just as the other person has a right to express anger, you have a right to express your hurt and upset and stress because of the person's anger. So, therefore, you need to be very clear about what you feel when the person gets angry. Are you unintentionally internalizing it? Perhaps the anger has nothing to do with you. Or, and I'm coming here to how you deal with the situation in terms of your reactions, is that other person's anger triggering something in you? Are you remembering certain incidents in the past that somebody else was equally, if not more, angry with you, and therefore it's a reaction, a hangover from the past? If that is so, then the past has to be dealt with. Or sometimes some people have very loud voices, and when they speak very forcefully, it appears that they are angry, but they are not really angry. So, again, are you looking at it as the person being angry, but actually the person may just be very forceful? So, that's something to look at. In conclusion, I would say that this is a very common situation that almost all of us face, and you can look at the different factors that have shaped the person's behavior and do what you can in terms of addressing with the person that you are there to help, you are there to assist the person if the person wants to talk about something. Additionally, if the person continues to be angry with you for apparently no fault of yours, then that is not acceptable behavior for you, and that you will not put up with this, uh, and that person has to be ready for the fact that you may walk away from that room if the person is really really very angry and there's no ostensible reason for it, and you are telling the person in advance that it doesn't mean I don't care for you or I'm ignoring you, but I can't handle this kind of anger and I'm going to walk away from that room. So when you're in a better mood and when you want to talk, I'm here, and let's see what can help both of us, because you also want to tell the person that you care for that person and you don't want the situation to aggravate. You also want that your relationship continues to be close, and you are committed to that. So I think it's a sort of multi-pronged approach that one needs to take, and I wish you all the best to be able to deal with this, both the external situation as well as your own reactions and what you need to do about it. Om Tat Sat.